Hello everyone, it is I, your favorite drag queen turned DM, Shelly Von Miller, here to do a tier list. And I stumbled across a little tier list for my little critter heart. And I can't help but do it. So, we are ranking all of our favorite Critical Role characters throughout all the campaigns. So these are going to be all the main characters from the campaigns. All right, we have everyone from campaign 1, campaign 2, and campaign 3. Yep, I was like, do we have campaign 3? We even have Bertrand Bell, so yeah, we have everyone. Okay, speaking, I kind of want to do it in order, but since I talked about Bertrand, I will say this right now. I have not watched the Grog, like Search for Grog ones and like the Darrington Brigade one shots. So I don't have any basis other than campaign 3 for me. And I liked him, but I didn't. I know he was like he was supposed to be a short-lived character and kind of like guide the group to do what they needed to do. But yeah, I'm gonna put him as C. Like, he's definitely a C for me. Mostly because I don't have a basis other than campaign 3. So it's kind of, you know, wishy-washy. Let's go in order now. So we have Tiberius. I have watched all of campaign 1. So I know who Tiberius is. I've even watched Legend of Vox Machina. And I saw flaws in the character. Not just the player, but the character itself, themselves. And as much... I saw the use of him, but I will say this right now. Campaign 1 was stacked with a lot of magic users. A lot. I mean, there's only so much mixing of like different ones. So like there's only so many classes you can take. But I feel like having I believe he was a wizard. Having a wizard on top of a druid and a cleric and a bard, and then, you know, later on a paladin, it was a lot. So I'm gonna say he's, oh goodness, I'm gonna say he's a C, just like Bertrand. I have a basis for him, but I don't know. I feel like nobody's gonna get below a C, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. Next is Terry. Terry is a great character. Again, another campaign 1. I like Dodie more. I will say that right now. Again, a magic user and a tinkerer. I feel like, I don't know, maybe he might be our D. He might be our D. I know why he was there. I just don't like the fact he was there. I'm like, you know, I'm okay. Next, it's Caduceus. As a person who played a cleric, I have a soft spot for clerics. I love Caduceus. I love how Taliesin played Caduceus. I loved Caduceus's basically like outlook on things, and I really adored just him. I'm not done with campaign 2 though, so I don't know what happened. I don't know what's happening. I'm currently on episode 94 of campaign 2, and so I'm kind of in the middle where Caduceus is still there, and they haven't really done a lot with his background story, like his backstory, so I'm kind of like, But I like him. He's definitely a clutch whenever it comes to saving. I'm gonna put him as an A. Next we have our little warlock Pally. What can I say about Ford except he's just Ford. He's definitely the face of the group, and as much as I love a good face of the group, I'm gonna put him at a B, mostly because I know this was Travis's first time playing a spellcaster, so it's really hard, especially as I started as a spellcaster, so I have a soft spot for spellcasters, and I know a lot about spellcasting because I was a spellcaster first before anything else. So I kind of like that. I kind of want to put him just like in the middle. I'm biased. The next person I'm biased. Next is Vaxeldan. Vax from Campaign 1. I love Vax, but I also adore Liam. I'm a big Liam O'Brien fan. So I feel like he can do no wrong. Everyone's fallible, but I just adore Vaxeldan. Especially with I'm not gonna spoil Campaign 3 for y'all, but so good, and especially at the end of Campaign 1, it was just so heartbreaking. I didn't get to Dallin's Closet yet. I think I watched the very beginning of it, but I haven't watched it. But I've seen clips from it, so I've been spoiled. So, but yeah, I'm a big Vax fan. I will say that right now. I'm also I like a good rogue, and also he's a pally. A good pally. Though I will say this, he used his cleansing touch a lot. I didn't see him use smite. I don't remember smite, a lot of smites in there. So, next, our lovable Scanlan. I like Scanlan. I see the need for Scanlan. And he came in clutch a lot, especially during the Vecna fight. So yeah, I mean, just for that, he's definitely an A. I wouldn't put him at S tier, but he's definitely A tier. Next, another Liam O'Brien. Our wonderful dirt wizard, Caleb Widogast. I don't know. I have a thing about wizards. I like them, but I'm so used to playing magic users that are granted their magic instead of learning their magic. So I'm kind of biased in that sense whenever it comes to spellcasters. Currently, I'm playing a sorcerer named Isadora in a Curse of Strahd campaign, and yeah, she's a shadow touched shadow magic sorcerer. So it's I like the dirt wizard. I'm gonna put him. He's definitely mid for me. A lot of people will probably hate me for that, but only because I feel like, I don't know, I'm also not done with campaign 2. So my opinions might change once I'm done with campaign 2. Of course, a good cleric. I believe she was a life domain cleric. I could be wrong. I believe Pike was a life domain cleric. I believe I started as a life domain cleric, and then I changed Lashana to a trickery domain. For the simple fact that we found out that Lashana's mom was the goddess of, basically the goddess of bad luck, the goddess of tricks. So, there you go. Pike. I will say this right now, I like Legend of Vox Machina Pike more than I like Campaign Pike. Mostly because Ashley's able to play Pike more in the show than she was in the campaign, mostly due to scheduling conflicts. Yeah, I'm gonna put Pike at mid-tier at B. Yeah, actually I'm gonna put Pike D, and people might hate me for that, but that's only because I like show Pike more than I like campaign Pike. So next is our Trickery Domain Cleric, wonderful Jester. I love Jester. She, oh my god, Laura Bailey is so chaotic. I just finished the episode where Laura / Chester tricks the hag into releasing Not, and spoilers for campaign 2. And so I'm just like, oh, and I've always seen that clip online, and I'm just like, how did it build to this? And I'm just like, oh, Laura Bailey, genius. I love how Jester is played right now. I don't know what happens in the rest of the campaign, but I also have a soft spot for trickery. There we go. Next is Not the Brave. We don't know. I haven't got to the Veth storyline yet, but I like Not. Chaotic as hell. I love a good chaotic character. I will say this right now. Yeah, I'm gonna put Vet. Ooh. I'm gonna put. Actually, yeah, I like. You can tell I like rogues a lot. I multi-class Lashana into a rogue and barely used her rogue capabilities. So. But I love a good rogue, okay? Next is Molly Mock. I liked Molly in the beginning of the campaign. I know Molly comes back. I don't know how Molly comes back. I don't know what part of the campaign that Molly comes back. But I just know Molly from the beginning of campaign 2. So, yeah, again, opinions might change, but right now, Molly is C until I watch the end of the campaign. Actually, no, B. I'm going to put Molly at B until I watch the end of the campaign, and then I'm going to reserve my judgment. Next is Vexalia. I love Vexalia. I've got to add Vexalia to my campaign, my Through the Looking Glass and Exandrian campaign. You should definitely go check it out. There's a whole playlist with all the episodes. I love it. She's a great character. There were a lot of times that I'm just like, okay, Vex is a great ranger. Gets a lot of shit done and gets like a lot of good hits in and a lot of great moments. But I'm gonna say she's mid. I might get a lot of shit for that, but Vexalia is kind of mid for me. Now we have Keyleth. Love Keyleth. I actually, especially with campaign 3, spoilers, You know what? I like Keyleth more. She's definitely S tier. Grog. We have a good Grog. Again, haven't seen the Search for Grog side quest. So I don't know what the hell happened with Grog. I've yet to play a Barbarian. I want to play a Barbarian. I was supposed to play a Barbarian in Curse of Strahd, and then somebody else took Barbarian, and I didn't want to double up on Barbarians. So, I like Vex'ahlia. He gets a lot of great hits in, has a lot of great a lot of great moments in the campaign, but mid. I'm sorry. He's mid. Did I mention I like chaotic people? I love chaotic characters, and Fern is chaotic in spades. Just like so chaotic. I love the fact that we get to see Ashley a lot is just, it warms my heart, and I love that. I love the fact that we get to see Ashley a lot in campaign 3, and of course EXU Prime. Fern is going to be A, not S tier, A tier. For the simple fact, I think even though we're 50 some odd episodes in, I think Ashley's still trying to get a hold of like how to utilize Fern to the best of her abilities. So there you go. Next we have Percy. I'm not gonna say all the names, but Percy, for a fighter, he's good. I liked his backstory. Had a lot of great points, and also spoilers for campaign 3. He's in campaign 3. He had some great points. I'm gonna put him as A. So there we go. Oh, our other cleric, FCG. I love how Sam is playing FCG, but I think a lot of the jokes are just pulling me out of it. I love what he does with the character. It's great. It's funny. But I mean, his other two characters are S tier and A tier for me. FCG is, I'm gonna say it, FCG is kind of C. He's like kind of at the bottom. I love what he's trying to do, and this sucks, you know, because we have like 2 clerics down here, and I'm like, I love clerics. Clerics were my first character, and I'm like, look, we have clerics up here, but like the other 2 clerics, I'm just like, Dorian. Okay. Especially in EXU Kaimal, Dorian was like, I just left all my friends for my brother, and I don't give a fuck anymore. But I love Dorian. I love how Robbie has played Dorian. Hopefully we get Robbie back at the table soon. Hopefully we get more Dorian. Especially just like how he played Dorian, how like he used that action economy. I'm gonna say A tier. Definitely A tier. Next is Imogen. I like Imogen. I don't mind Imogen. But there is a lot of things going on that I'm just like, what the fuck is up with Imogen? I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of worried. I kind of want to put her midway right now, only because I want to see how her story plays out with the rest of the deal with Brutus. So I'm gonna put her midway. I'm gonna put her at B. I'm gonna put her mid for that simple fact. Again, not done with campaign 2, but I love Yasha. I'm glad that we're where I'm at in the campaign. We're seeing a lot of Ashley and we're seeing a lot of Yasha, and Yasha and Ashley utilizing Yasha's action economy and a lot of the skills like Great Weapon Master. Oh wait, was it Great Weapon? It was, I can't remember if it was Great Weapon Master, but just utilizing a lot of the characteristics. I like her as a barbarian more than Rock. I will fully say that. I will fully admit that. Laudna. I love Laudna. I love how Marisha plays Laudna. I love just some of the like extra-ness of Laudna. And honestly, she's S for me. She's S tier. Until otherwise, even the spoilers for campaign 3, even though she had the Briarwood lady in her head, I don't give a fuck, man. I love her because for that simple fact, there's just something wrong. And of course, we have 2 Marisha Rays. I'm a Marisha Ray fan. What can I say? Actually, let's go to the 3rd Marisha Ray. We get, by the way, in campaign 3, we get to have them all on the playing field at the same time. I love that. Bo, with that being said, I love Bo. Again, not done with campaign 2. I love Bo, but there's a lot of things that I'm kind of like, especially with me just watching the episode with the hag and Bo like basically saying, I'm a loner, I'm willing to be alone, I'm willing to give this all up. It kind of makes me worried, like what the hell's going on. I know, like obviously there's something up. So I kind of want to put Bo mid right now. I like Bo. There are likable traits about Bo, but I like her wife more. Speaking of barbarians, there is Ashton, another Taliesin Jaffe character that I like. I like Taliesin's characters. I really do. Look, A tier Taliesin characters right there. I like the funkiness of Ashton, like the differentness of Ashton, especially with like how his character's built. Honestly, S tier. I love a good funky character build. I love it. I love just like that funkiness of a character build. I like Aurum. Aurum has a lot of heart. I see what they're doing. I like how Liam is playing them. Yeah, I like him more. I will say this right now. I like him currently. I like him more than I like the Dirt Wizard. Until such time that I finish campaign 2, and that might change. I like him for the simple fact that I feel like there's just like this like he's hurt, but all his stuff's in the past and he's worked through it as best he can. And like he's kind of like the heart of that group. You know what I'm saying? He's the heart of Bell's Hells. He kind of just keeps the ship. Speaking of Travis Willingham characters, we have Chetney. Again, have not watched the Christmas episode where Chutney was in, but I like Chetney. Funny enough, not going to be an S tier, even though he's a rogue. I like Chetney. I like what's happening with Chetney right now. I think I'm going to put him midway right now because there is a character development thing happening live like in the story. So I'm kind of just like, oh, I wonder how he's going to react. That being said, that was my Critical Role tier list. What if you were to make this tier list, where would you put everybody? Leave your comments down below. Tell me how bad I did, and yeah, we can argue in the comments. It's okay. Get in the comments. With that being said, I love you all. I hope you stay safe, and I'll see you on the internet. Bye.